Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch this training video on the Dynamic Reports module of the MTBC EHR. Let's take a look at how this works. Open the Reports menu and choose the option for Dynamic Reports. Here, you'll be presented with a report that allows you to quickly and easily create your own reports. Let's take a look at how this works. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have more than 170 items that you can use to create a dynamic report. To create a report, simply grab the fields that you'd like to add to your report and drag and drop them into the blank section in the middle. Here we have first name, last name, age, and gender. If we want a report of all of the first name, last name, age, and genders in our practice, we can go ahead and click Populate to create a report that has all of the patient's first names, last name, ages, and genders in our office. We can see how many records have been generated. We can add other items to this report such as address, city, state, and zip code. Click Populate again, and it will automatically update to include the address, city, state, and zip code for all of those patients. You can see that we have many categories on the left-hand side to choose from, things such as patient demographics, patient insurances, procedures, assessments, vital signs, allergies, immunizations, prescriptions, and many, many more. Let's go ahead and analyze some clinical information for our practice. I'll go ahead and create a new report, and I'll bring in first name, last name, age, gender once again. But now I want to grab something like allergy. Let's examine the allergies for the patients in our practice. We've added all of our fields and we can click Populate to generate a list of all of our allergies. We can also use the filter row at the top of this report to filter to show only a specific allergy. If I want to filter my report to show just the patients that are allergic to latex, I can select latex as my allergy, and it will automatically filter to show the 6 patients who are allergic to latex. If I want to return back to all patients, I'll just choose the option for all, and I'll have all of my results. The Dynamic Reports module allows you to save a specific report so that you can run it at a later time. Click the Save Report button and give the report a name. Click Save. And that report is now saved. To open the report later on, click the Open Report button, find the report that you're looking for, and click Open. This is a report of all of my patients who are on Zantac, and I've saved this report from a previous entry. Let's go ahead and create a new report now. Let's take a look at some of the options that we have for creating reports that have multiple categories and multiple filters. Let's add first name, last name, age, gender. And we'll scroll down and we'll find patients with diagnosis. And I'll grab the option for diagnosis description. I can also add a specific diagnosis code, but I'd like to search for the broadest category of patients. When I right-click on my dynamic report columns, I have a few options. I'd like to choose the option for filter, and I'll create a filter for asthma. In the filter section, we can add a filter which is equal to, not equal to, contains, starts with, or does not contain. I'm going to choose the option for contains because it's the broadest category. I'll add the word asthma, and I'll click the Add button. I'll click OK. And now when I populate this report, it'll only return results for patients that have a diagnosis that includes the word asthma. I have 69 records. Let's go ahead and find what medications these patients are on. So I'll scroll down, I'll choose the medicine name, and I'll double click on that field. My report now includes first name, last name, age, gender, diagnosis description with a filter for asthma, and medicine name. Let's go ahead and click Populate. You'll see here that there are multiple results for each patient, because that patient may be on multiple medications. If I want to find a report for all of my patients that are on an inhaler, I can create a filter in medicine name and choose the option for contains. I'll put in inhaler and add. Then I'll click OK. I'll populate the report once again. And here we can find all the patients that have an asthma diagnosis code and are on a specific inhaler. If we'd like to communicate with these patients, to call them, or send them a letter, we can go ahead and add such numbers as the home phone or the cell phone, and then populate this report again. Here we have the telephone numbers for all of our patients that have asthma and are using an inhaler. The Dynamic Reports module lets you create reports by adding more than 170 different variables. You can create filters for each of those variables, and you can populate and save your reports for later use. Do you have any questions about the training video that you just watched? Give our technical support a call. The call is free, and technical support is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you.